IT jobs are still very popular. The possibility of flexible hours, remote work, and good salary provides an attractive package. Coding schools are spreading in every country like mushrooms in the recent years, riding this wave and offering job guarantee if you finish their courses. But how do you choose from this ocean of alternatives? How can you pick the right one for you? Many has asked me recently, what is the best programming language to learn as a beginner? Obviously, you want a job, so demand is very important. How many companies looking for that skill shows what are your chances of finding a job having learned that language. Activity and trend on GitHub by various languages shows how popular the language is among fellow developers. It's a good indication that your knowledge won't be obsolete quickly. When we talk about learning curve, it's easy to just think about the time to first success, but there are other aspects to it. The available training materials online will help you greatly. Should you decide to learn a second language in the future, how transferable your existing knowledge is will be invaluable. The utility of the language is also something to keep in mind. If you just started your journey, you might not know what field you want to aim for. You might not even know what fields are available. Having knowledge in a language that allows you to pick from more is always better. Finally, the community around the language is a variable to look at. Probably not the most important, but having a large pool of people on Stack Overflow and other forums to help you solve your problem can be a comforting thing, especially as a beginner. A quick LinkedIn search worldwide reveals that the most sought after skill is Java, followed by Python, JavaScript, C++, and Golang. These 5 are responsible for over 80% of the software engineering jobs listings I've been going through. If you combine C and C++, the results are even more staggering, 90%. There is a cliff after that top 5. PHP is only listed in roughly 200,000 jobs, which compared to the 1.5 million on Java, Python, and the others, this is less than 1/5 of all those. All the other languages are not even in the 6-digit range. To look at the activity, we'll go over to octoverse.github.com, which has this great statistics of languages using GitHub data. The key learnings are, the top 5 languages are JavaScript, Python, Java, C#, and C++. JavaScript stays as the #1 most used language. Python, as a close second, still grows with 22.5%. PHP slows with a continuous declining in 2022. So let's see what each language can be used for. JavaScript is the language of the web, and you will barely see it used in any other places. PHP is also very much geared towards web development. Ruby is a similar scripting language to PHP, however, a lot of SRE product engineers are using it for infrastructure automation. Most notably, the 2 of the most popular configuration managers, Puppet and Chef, are both written in Ruby. Java is the enterprise language. Its usage is almost endless, but mostly used in various product and phone/web application development. There are some applications in server-side programming and gaming, but there are other languages preferred on those fronts. Python is probably the most versatile of all. A lot of websites are written in Python. It's one of the favorite languages of system engineers, and it's almost the de facto language for data science, machine learning. Golang was designed to be very similar to C, but with memory safety, garbage collection, and so on. All the things that make it hard for developers to use C, Golang was designed to fix. It's loved by both software and system engineers. Given Kubernetes is written in Go, you can say half of the internet runs on Golang. C++, especially C, is the mother of all other languages. Its utility is endless, but most typically you will find them in application development and gaming. So as you can see, the best return on your learning investment could be C++, Python, and Java. Coding Dojo has a blog post about the 5 easiest programming languages to learn, and the top 5 is Python, C, Ruby, Java, and JavaScript. No surprise, Python comes up on top, as it's probably the most human-friendly language, with its simple syntax mimicking natural language. It's very easy to read and understand. It has a large, active community, and there's plenty of materials online to learn from. Python is easy enough to learn coding basics, but also has the more sophisticated programming concepts like asynchronous I/O, object-oriented programming, that makes it the learning highly transferable to other languages. Second on the list is C. It's important to note that C++ was listed as one of the hardest languages to learn though. Learning C can provide a great fundamental to any developer, but you need to be prepared to learn a second language soon, as it is not the most widely used language of all. The fifth on the list is JavaScript, which I believe everyone should know at least on a very basic level. However, learning JavaScript, you will almost likely miss learning about stronger typing and object-oriented programming. Therefore, this knowledge will be less transferable compared to other languages in the list. Every year, Stack Overflow makes this questionnaire for their community on programming languages, technology, and so on. That shows us that the top most popular languages to learn are JavaScript, Python, Java, C++, C, C# and PHP. The most notable difference between beginners and professionals are that Golang is only chosen by merely 5% of beginners, while over 11% of professionals are favoring it to others. And that brings us to the final result. You can't really go wrong with learning any of the top 5 languages, but the steeper learning curve of C++ and Go might have some disadvantages for beginners. JavaScript is possibly the best option if you go for web development only, but if a more general and future-proof language is desired, Java and Python are your top choice. And out of these two, I would go with Python for the more versatile usage and wider field of possible jobs. If you enjoyed this video, please press the like button and subscribe to the channel. It helps me producing similar content in the future. If you want to see videos about specific topics, please leave them in the comments below.